Imagine a morning after a night of revelry. The world feels a little off-kilter, the head a touch heavy, and a profound yearning for solace settles in. What if I told you there's a dish, born from the harsh embrace of winter and the patient artistry of nature, that promises not just relief, but a remarkable rebirth? A culinary enigma from the heart of Korea, steeped in tradition, yet perfectly attuned to the modern predicament. This isn't merely a soup, it's a testament to resilience, a symphony of flavor meticulously crafted by icy winds in a forgotten valley. We journey now to discover Hwangtae-haejang-guk, the dried pollock hangover soup, a dish whose humble appearance belies a profound capacity to heal, to invigorate, and to tell a story of extraordinary transformation. The very essence of Hwangtae-haejang-guk is born not in a bustling kitchen, but on the frozen, wind-swept slopes of Daegwallyeong, nestled high in the Taebaek Mountains. Here, in this formidable landscape where winter's grip is unyielding, lies the crucible for this extraordinary ingredient, Hwangtae, or yellow pollock. For centuries, Koreans have revered the humble pollock, known as Myeongtae for its versatility and nutritional value. But it is in Daegwallyeong, with its unique climatic ballet of intense cold nights and sun-drenched, thawing days, that Myeongtae undergoes its profound metamorphosis. Imagine vast outdoor drying racks known as daeokjang stretching across the snowy fields. On these racks, countless pollock hang exposed to the elements. Day after day, for months on end, they are subjected to a relentless cycle, freezing solid under the sub-zero temperatures of night, then gently thawing in the weak winter sun. This repeated freeze-thaw process, a natural alchemy, slowly draws out the moisture, concentrates the flavors, and breaks down the fish's cellular structure. What emerges is not merely dried fish, but a culinary marvel. A golden, almost translucent pollock, its flesh transformed into a tender yet chewy texture, bursting with umami and a depth of flavor previously unknown. This intricate process, entirely dependent on nature's rhythm and human patience, increases the protein content and develops a rich spectrum of amino acids, especially aspartic acid, which is key to its remarkable restorative properties. Historically, this preserved fish became a lifeline during the harsh Korean winters, a reliable source of protein and sustenance when fresh food was scarce. It was from this practical need for winter provisions that the dried pollock found its way into countless kitchens, eventually evolving into the hearty, invigorating soup we now recognize as a peerless remedy for the weary soul, and indeed, the morning after. The very notion of a morning after soup, or haejang-guk, is deeply woven into the fabric of Korean social life. It transcends mere sustenance. It is a ritual, a comforting balm after nights of shared revelry and conversation, often fueled by generous libations. Hwangtae-haejang-guk, with its distinct, clean broth and nourishing fish, occupies a special place within this beloved tradition. It is more than just a cure for physical ailments. It is a symbolic act of caring, a way to mend not only the body but also the bonds forged over shared meals and drinks. Imagine a bustling morning, perhaps after a lively gathering amongst friends or colleagues, the air still thick with the echoes of shared laughter. The journey to a haejang-guk restaurant, or the simple act of preparing a bowl at home, becomes a quiet continuation of that camaraderie. As the steam rises from the earthenware pot, carrying with it the subtle, earthy aroma of dried pollock, it promises warmth, renewal, and a gentle restoration. This isn't just about alleviating the physical discomfort. It is about a return to equilibrium, a mindful preparation for the day ahead, often shared in comfortable silence or soft conversation. For many Koreans, Hwangtae-haejang-guk evokes a profound sense of nostalgia and comfort, linking them to childhood memories, family gatherings, and the steadfast love of a mother or grandmother who knew exactly what was needed. It embodies the enduring spirit of Jeong, that unique Korean concept of affection, warmth, and attachment that binds people together. In a fast-paced modern world, this soup serves as a gentle anchor, a reminder of simpler times and the importance of looking after oneself and one's companions. It speaks of resilience, of a culture that understands the balance between indulgence and restoration, offering not a judgment, but a warm embrace in a bowl. It is, in essence, a culinary metaphor for continuity, an unwavering source of solace and strength. In an era defined by constant flux and innovation, one might wonder how a dish so deeply rooted in tradition manages to navigate the currents of modernity. Yet Hwangtae-haejang-guk, far from being static, has gracefully adapted, demonstrating a remarkable fluidity whilst preserving its very soul. For the bustling urbanite, Perhaps without the time to painstakingly prepare the broth from scratch, convenience has become a new ally. One now finds immaculately crafted, ready-to-eat versions gracing supermarket shelves, or artisanal interpretations offered in chic, contemporary eateries. These adaptations strive to capture that authentic, restorative essence, allowing the modern Korean to partake in this cherished ritual with ease. Furthermore, a new generation of culinary innovators is beginning to explore the boundaries of this beloved soup. While respecting its foundational elements, chefs are subtly reinterpreting it, perhaps by introducing novel garnishes, refining the presentation, or even experimenting with regional variations of pollock to highlight different nuances and flavor. The emphasis shifts from merely alleviating discomfort to elevating the dining experience, transforming the humble Hwangtae-haejang-guk into a gourmet offering. Beyond the domestic sphere, Hwangtae-haejang-guk is steadily making its way onto the global stage. It's presented not solely as a post-indulgence remedy, but rather as a profoundly nourishing and flavorful Korean soup, appreciated for its clean taste and inherent health benefits. This international embrace showcases the dish's universal appeal, proving that the comfort it offers transcends cultural boundaries, a testament to its timeless charm. In an era defined by constant flux and innovation, one might wonder how a dish so deeply rooted in tradition manages to navigate the currents of modernity. Yet, Hwangtae-haejang-guk, far from being static, has gracefully adapted, demonstrating a remarkable fluidity whilst preserving its very soul. For the bustling urbanite, perhaps without the time to painstakingly prepare the broth from scratch, convenience has become a new ally. One now finds immaculately crafted, ready-to-eat versions gracing supermarket shelves, or artisanal interpretations offered in chic, contemporary eateries. These adaptations strive to capture that authentic, restorative essence, allowing the modern Korean to partake in this cherished ritual with ease. Furthermore, a new generation of culinary innovators is beginning to explore the boundaries of this beloved soup. While respecting its foundational elements, chefs are subtly reinterpreting it, perhaps by introducing novel garnishes, refining the presentation, or even experimenting with regional variations of pollock to highlight different nuances and flavor. The emphasis shifts from merely alleviating discomfort to elevating the dining experience, transforming the humble Haejang-guk into a gourmet offering. Beyond the domestic sphere, Hwangtae-haejang-guk is steadily making its way onto the global stage. It's presented not solely as a post-indulgence remedy, but rather as a profoundly nourishing and flavorful Korean soup, appreciated for its clean taste and inherent health benefits. This international embrace showcases the dish's universal appeal, proving that the comfort it offers transcends cultural boundaries, a testament to its timeless charm. Now, to truly grasp the soul of Hwangtae-haejang-guk, one must, of course, attempt to craft it themselves. We've had the privilege of gleaning insights from a venerable master of traditional Korean cuisine, whose hands have nurtured these flavors for a century, alongside a celebrated modern chef known for his refined approach to classic dishes. Their combined wisdom offers us a path to recreating this magical elixir at home. Let us begin with the heart of the dish. You will need roughly 50 grams of dried hwangtae. Gently rinse it under cold water, then soak it for about 10 minutes until it becomes pliable. Squeeze out any excess water and shred it finely. Do keep that soaking water, as it holds a precious, subtle flavor. For our vegan friends, plump shiitake mushrooms, roughly 100 grams sliced, or even firm king oyster mushrooms offer a fantastic textural and umami-rich alternative to the pollock. Next, the broth, the very foundation. In a large pot, combine 6 cups of water with 10 to 12 large dried anchovies and a 10 by 10 centimeter piece of dried kelp. Bring it to a gentle boil, then reduce the heat and let it simmer for 15 to 20 minutes. Carefully remove the anchovies and kelp. Yeongjo image prompt. Cinematic food photography, dramatic moody lighting with deep chiaroscuro reminiscent of a Caravaggio painting. Extreme close-up, razor-sharp focus on intricate textures and glistening surfaces. Very shallow depth of field, 8K resolution, professional film grain, hyper-realistic detail. The subject is rendered with vibrant, saturated colors and meticulous detail, featuring glistening organic textures, rich highlights, and traditional Korean aesthetic elements, like brass or stone textures, that evoke a sense of high-end culinary artistry. A pair of cooking chopsticks delicately lifts the now plump, rehydrated kelp and anchovies from the simmering broth, with glistening droplets of dashi falling back into the pot. Hangugeo bonyog. This is where our secret weapon, yondu, makes its first appearance. Add 1.5 tablespoons of yondu to this simmering broth. It is not simply adding flavor, it is building a profound, clean umami base, acting as a superb flavor multiplier with the dashi. If you are opting for a purely plant-based broth, use extra kelp and dried shiitake mushrooms for your dashi base instead of anchovies, and yondu will work its magic to amplify those earthy notes beautifully. For those without yondu, a dash of Maggi or liquid aminos can offer a similar, albeit different, depth of flavor. Now, introduce the shredded hwangtae or your prepared mushrooms and 150 grams of thinly sliced Korean radish to the broth. Allow it to simmer for another 10 to 15 minutes until the radish becomes wonderfully translucent and tender. Next, stir in 1 cup of bean sprouts and 2 to 3 cloves of freshly minced garlic. Add 1 to 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Remember, we wisely introduced yondu earlier, so we are smart about adjusting our salt and soy sauce here, using just enough to guide the flavor, not overpower it. Finally, for the exquisite finishing touches, just before serving, if you choose, gently pour in 1 lightly beaten egg in a slow, mesmerizing stream, creating beautiful, silken strands. For a vegan rendition, simply omit the egg or swirl in some silken tofu for a creamy, delightful texture. Add 150 grams of diced firm tofu and your vibrant chopped green onions. Let it simmer for just a minute more. This is the precise moment for yondu to make its final, brilliant contribution. Add 1 more teaspoon of yondu right before turning off the heat. It ties all the complex flavors together, a true finisher that brings clarity and a harmonious completeness to the dish. A final drizzle of 1 teaspoon of sesame oil and a generous pinch of freshly ground black pepper completes this truly restorative masterpiece. And so, as the final warming spoonful of Hwangtae-haejang-guk is savored, we come to understand that this is far more than a mere culinary creation. This humble yet profoundly complex soup serves as an edible chronicle, a liquid testament to the enduring spirit of the Korean people. It speaks volumes of a history etched in resilience, of hardship gracefully transformed into solace, and of an ingenuity born from the starkest necessity. Through centuries of relentless change, from the simplest hearths of old to the vibrant, modern kitchens of today, it has remained a steadfast companion, a gentle, liquid embrace offering not just nourishment, but renewal. Within its steaming depths, it carries the quiet stories of countless generations, a culinary bridge that profoundly connects past to present, whispering tales of survival, community, and an unyielding, persistent hope. In every restorative bowl, Hwangtae-haejang-guk is not simply sustenance. It is a profound legacy, a living, breathing history, elegantly reminding us that even within the most unassuming of dishes, the monumental narrative of a nation can be found, waiting to be discovered.